Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches and welcome to a live stream tutorial thingy that I'll be doing to share to you how to use the Underland project character assets. So yeah, these character assets, I actually give them away for free. They're a result of years of working on the first episode of the Underland project. And yeah, I'm gonna show to you now how to use these characters in any the Underland Chronicles stuff you want to do. You know, if you want to use my character assets and create Underland Chronicles fan arts, if you're an Underland Chronicles fan, yeah, you can use this characters to to make some quick renders or to just study them if you're studying Blender. See the mistakes I do or learn from the right things that I did through the characters. But yeah, let me just switch to the Blender layout here. And yeah, I'm gonna be using the version, the latest version of the characters, which you can download for free through my Ko-fi shop. So yeah, just go to this link right here, ko-fi.com/studentnotesproductions/shop. So I'm just gonna copy that and paste that in the chat, so you can click on it. Hopefully by the end of the stream you can still access the chat on the should be on the right side of your screen. But yeah, you can download the models here for free. I don't think you need to log in to download these things, because right now I'm in incognito mode, and if I go to Gregor base version 2, which is what I'm going to be using, and then you press get now, this is for free, so you don't need to pay anything, but please do consider supporting me in Ko-fi. But yeah, I think you just have to input your email, full name, and you can immediately check out without without signing, because you're not signed in. You can continue as a guest, sign in, or create an account. You probably need to create an account still. But yeah, I'm putting the characters in Ko-fi so that you can easily head over to my Ko-fi account and support me if you want, if you like the stuff that I make. So yeah, I have a bunch of free blend files here, and also my book if you want to buy that. But yeah, you can download the models that I'm going to be using today through this link, my Ko-fi shop. So yeah, without further ado, I guess we're gonna start importing the characters in a fresh Blender file. So let me just move this out of the way here. And right now I'm in Blender. So yeah, if you download each of the when you download the files, you'll be the files that you'll end up downloading will look like a zip file. It's going to be a zip file. And let me just go here. Let's go Gregor. So it's gonna be a zip file that's probably named like this. All you need to do is extract it. It will have this blend file, and in that blend file, you'll let me open that. In that blend file, the character asset is gonna be there. So let me just open it here. So yeah, you'll be greeted by something like this when you open the blend file for the first time. So yeah, this is the Gregor rig. I used a kind of like this a rig for the animations, but the rig that I used on the animations is actually kind of outdated. But the rig is pretty much still the same, because I don't want to change too much on the rig, so that I can just append this file and then append it on the animation, apply the animation without the bones deforming in a weird way, because the bone rolls change. But yeah, you'll be greeted by something like this. If you select the armature in object mode, not in post mode, if you control tab, you won't see these options right here. You need to be in object mode, and you'll see that there are a bunch of options here that I added. These are automatically added by Rigify, or I don't know what this. I don't think this is Rigify, but yeah, this is a very old rig that came from 2.79 version, because I've been working on this character since 2.79, and yeah, I just kind of imported them imported him, and right now it's available for 2.9 for 2.90. So yeah, there's a bunch of options here that you can enable by just setting this to 1 to enable like the clothes crease right here, or disable it if you wanna. And if you wanna apply some cloth physics, which I'll talk to you about later. Yeah, hello, Mbuddy and Khaleth Romero. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, in this stream I'll be showing how to use the Underland project character assets that you can download through my KoFi shop. The link will be in the chats or in the description. I'll put it, or I think yeah, it's on the description as well. So yeah, you'll be greeted by something like this. So yep, each of the character assets should be the same. There's also options for boots here, but I'm gonna show that later. But the first thing I want to show you guys is how to get this character and put it in a different scene so that you can animate it or post it around or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna just close this. Yeah, I guess I'll save that. So we'll start with Gregor. So we have and also I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna go to preferences. I'm gonna change this to a left click select layout, just so new Blender users can follow. Yeah, I usually use right click select, but let's change it to left click select for now. So I'm just gonna save that. So yeah, right now left click is the select, not the right click. And right click usually is the object context menu. This object context menu comes out in right click select by pressing W, which I always use as well. But yeah, let's start by appending. So yeah, when animating Gregor, I tried doing the linking thing, but I don't like how I can't select the Gregor character and how slow it loads every time I open the file. So in animating or posting Gregor around, creating an artwork with the character asset, what I do is just append it. And to append Gregor, I just go to File, Append, and look for the file. But before that, actually, we need to get rid of the cube here. We don't want the cube to be here because that Gregor will be there. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna append Gregor here. I'm gonna head over to the. So it should be Gregor base version 2. It's already opened recently, but whichever folder you save it, just navigate to that folder, find the Gregor final version 2, double click on it, and then go to collection and append Gregor version 2.0. So you don't want to go to like object and append, because you can't, as you can see, there's a lot of objects here, and you're gonna end up like appending a lot of things. So if you're gonna append Gregor, the whole Gregor character, you'll have to go to collection and go to Gregor version 2.0, and if you append that, all of Gregor should be here, and all of the collections are already set up nicely. You have to make sure that Gregor is outside the scene collection, not inside another collection as well. And yeah, here's the Gregor version 2.0 collection. All of the other collections here are already nicely separated. So by default, the proxies are turned on, not the actual particle systems here, and eyebrow mail. And quick disclaimer, I should have said this before. This tutorial thing or workflow thing or whatever. This is this assumes that you already have like a you know how to navigate Blender, you know how to select stuff, and everything like that. But I'm still gonna tell you how to do stuff, but you should have like enough knowledge on how to use Blender. And you just want to take a character and you want to pose around the character, make some renders yourself. But yeah, this should be pretty easy. So now we've appended Gregor here, nicely separated collections here for to keep things organized. And yeah, this really helps when animating as well. So, and also Gregor's high-res modifiers, like if you select one of the elements here, like his shirt, by default the cloth physics is turned off, because you don't want to end up pressing play and then it will lag because it's starting to do some simulation. We don't want to do that. And then and also the subdivision surface is turned off by default on the viewport. It will always be on for a render, but it's turned off in viewport. And the reason why this is purple is because if you select the armature and go to item right here, let's minimize the transform here and go to properties. There's a bunch of options here which will enable those stuff that are in in those purple options here. So if I select the armature and then I turn on high res, it will turn on all the modifiers that will make the character look like how it will be in the final render. At least the surface of the character, like the body mesh won't have the jagged edges anymore. It's nice and smooth. Also the clothes, the pants will have all the multi-ras modifier on, and the displays on, and all the subdivision surface. And if you try to animate this thing or post this around on a not so powerful computer, this will lag like crazy depending on how powerful your computer is. So that's why there's an option here. You have to select the armature in object mode for these options to come out. You can also turn on the crease for this is an option I actually added after I animated all of the shots for the episode. And yeah, the clothes crease on is just to turn on the shape key for how the the clothes really looks when all the creases and stuff is happening. So I got the shape key from turning on the clothes physics and then applying the result as a shape key. So yeah, you can turn that on to not make the shirt look like this really straight, ugly looking thing. If you like render this, there's no creases. If clothes doesn't have creases, it just doesn't look great. So I just added a toggle for it so that I can I can turn it on if I don't want to do some clothes physics, and I'm gonna turn it off if I want to apply clothes physics instead of the shape key. So I can turn on clothes physics by just setting this to 1, and that would turn on the clothes physics modifier right here for render and viewport. And what that does is it's gonna, if I press play right now, this will start simulating cloth physics, which I won't do because this will lag like crazy. Let me try that. Let me show you how that will be. So yeah, one important thing if you're starting a new scene in Blender, it's important that you save. So let's save this thing here. I'm just gonna save this in documents, and live stream. Just gonna create a new folder here, and using TUP assets. So we have Gregor here, and yeah, let me press play just to show you. So yeah, this won't lag actually because I did not turn on this. I did not turn the character into high res, but that would also make the clothes not not crease nicely because I put the clothes modifier below the subdivision surface. So yeah, for now, while we're posing around our character, we need all of this to be turned off, except maybe for clothes crease on. We're gonna turn that on so that the shirt will have a nice crease here. So yeah. So yeah, now we can start doing some poses for Gregor. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to if there's a pose you want Gregor to do here, just tell me in the chats. And yeah, let's keep it family friendly, guys, as much as possible. Or let's just keep it family friendly. So keep in mind that Gregor is an 11-year-old boy. So if you want to make him do some poses, make it something that an 11-year-old boy do, like a peace sign or something. But for this one, I want to pose. If you don't have any suggestions or you don't have any requests in the chat, I'm just gonna go and Control Tab for pose mode, or you can go here, just switch it to pose mode, and yeah, for Gregor here. So yep, let me think of a pose here. But before doing that, let's go to the end panel and see that our rig layers here is not here. It's missing. So by there should be a rig layers here where you can easily turn off and on all of the, display some parts of the bones here. So let's just get the script file for that. So yeah, Mbuddy made a suggestion. So before that, Mbuddy, I'm just gonna go back here. So I need to append another text file from the same project, the same blend file. So if you press append, you'd still be in the same blend file, the Gregor Final version 2, and there should be a text folder once you open this one, text, and we need to append this Gregor rig underscore UI Python file. So I'm gonna append that, so that I'm gonna append it and run it here by going to the scripting workspace. I'm gonna select the Gregor rig UI here, which will not appear if you didn't append it first, and I'm gonna press this play button to run it. And what this does is it creates this this panel here where we can easily turn, hide or show some bones for Gregor here. So by default, FK and IK bones are like enabled. So I'm gonna be using IK here or FK depending on the pose. And there's the clothes rig layer, and the root is the whole bone that controls all of the other bones. So Mbuddy, what do you mean by the elbows? Making moving the elbows without it looking weird. Can you like cite an example of a pose that causes Gregor's elbow to deform in a weird way when you move it? But anyways, I think I'm gonna start with making Gregor do a peace sign or something. Peace sign and smiling. So I'm just gonna move his right hand here. I'm gonna Alt G to reset the position rotation. Alt R is to reset the rotation. Alt G is to reset the location. Its default location. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a peace sign because, as I recall, when Mbuddy asked about stuff, you asked that. You had a problem like rotating the fingers, moving the fingers, because you don't know how to do it. And yeah, that's I guess a peace sign will be the fastest way to show you that. But yeah, by default, Gregor is in an A pose, and we're gonna pose him to do a peace sign and smiling. So do that. We just have to move this IK bone just to make it quicker. We can use the FK, but IK is just a quick way to deform it. But in animation, there are FK bones are really useful. But yeah, we're just gonna move the bones here. So I'm selecting the hand bone and then moving it, pressing G. You can see you should see the screencast right around this part on the screen, so you'll see what I'm pressing. So I'm moving the hand in position here. It's just picking an angle that would allow me to move the hand in the right way. So rotate. I can also turn on gizmos here by going here and then turning this on. And I can change whether I want to move, rotate, or scale by pressing this option here. So if I want to move, this comes out. So I can move it to the Z-axis, Y-axis, X-axis, and then if I want to rotate, I select this. So I'm gonna rotate this to the Z-axis, and then the X, or yeah, this should be the. This is the Z-axis. So I think this is following the global rotation. I think there's a way to change this so that it follows the local axes of the bone. So yeah, I don't usually use the gizmos, but if you're comfortable using that, you can turn that on by doing what I just showed. But for this one, I don't want to use it, so I'm just gonna turn that off because it's kind of obstructing the view here. So yeah, pressing I'm double tapping R to rotate it freely. I'm doing RYY to rotate it on the Y axis like this. R, then double tap Y. R double tap Z for the Z axis, which rotates that way. R double tap X to rotate on the X axis of the bone, which rotates that way. So yeah. So yeah, Mbuddy, I'm just gonna post him doing a peace sign first, because that's kind of making his elbow like that's probably gonna help with the elbow thing as well. So yeah, when doing a peace sign, it's best to like do the pose yourself. So, which I just did now. And for the elbow, I'm just actually like deforming it using this bone right here. So I'm gonna rotate it that way. And it will also help if we raise the shoulder a bit when he's doing that. So this Gregor character has undergone a bunch of changes. And I'm just gonna rotate stuff here. So this bone is basically the one that's controlling the elbows. And you can press numpad period to like focus on on the selected one. And I'm just gonna put his hands right there and post it into a peace sign. So for the fingers, what I can do if I don't really need to like post other parts, we can do is go to the end panel here. Just by pressing N, you can like show it or hide it. And let's just disable all the other stuff here that we don't need for now. So right now we just need the fingers, and for the fingers, it's actually easy. Moving it is not ideal because this happens. So all you need to do for the fingers is rotate it. So to post the finger, I first actually do this first. So I rotate it slightly further in. So, hey Carly the car, welcome. Pretty sure you're gonna be saying beef pie soon. You feel free to do that. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, the latest Wigify layout is not like this. But since that's not what Gregor is using, I'm not gonna be saying anything about that. But yeah, Wigify might look different for some of you guys who's using like the version of it in the 2.8x plus, because this is, like I said, is a 2.79 rig, and so Wigify looked different before. But yeah, let's just continue rotating it. But for the fingers, I usually just rotate this base right here to make it close like that, and do the same thing here. And right now it's closed. And when it comes to posing the hand, I really highly suggest you watch Hjalti Yarmarson's talk about hand. His talk about the hand of animation. It should be in the Blender channel. Yeah, there's his talk there really like shares a lot of knowledge about how you can pose your hand to make it look appealing. So yeah, I highly suggest you watching that. We're gonna visit that soon. Yeah, what I'm doing here is just doing some rotation for the fingers. Just make sure that you turn on the fingers layer here to show it. And let's make Gregor do the peace sign. So RXX to rotate it. I usually just use RXX to make it close. Oh, May almost did something not family friendly there. And let's just pose Gregor's hand here to do a peace sign. So yeah, this Mbuddy, this is basically how the fingers are moved. Just rotating it into position. And you can use your own hand as a reference if you think that Gregor's fingers are deforming in a weird way. So yeah, just use your hands. So peace sign, when doing a peace sign, the thumb is like resting on both this closed finger right here. So let's just do that. And then rotate it more inwards. So Gregor's now doing a peace sign. So that's it. So I'm gonna do what Mbuddy said about Gregor's pose on his artwork, which should be Gregor facing a rat. I mean a bat. The Queen Athena, I think, in the books. So I'm just gonna turn on this guys right here. I'm just gonna pose him to do that pose. So just quickly do that pose here. So I usually start with the feet and then the torso here. I'm just gonna try and do Gregor's pose the way Mbuddy did it for his artwork. So it's faster to do the rotation like this. So I think it's a fist, closed fist. Like you're doing that, I don't know what you call that action, where you put you're doing the, I'm not sure what to call. There's a term for that pose, I don't know what the term is. So yeah, I'm just gonna pose around Gregor here. So Mbuddy, this is how you move the fingers. Just rotating, actually just this bone is enough, but if it still doesn't look great, you can move the other bones. So I have to make sure that it's a nice. So I'm selecting like the base bone there, and what I'm doing is just getting this fingers together here. So RXX to make it into a, like make it close like this. So I'm just rotating it. So just rotating it so that it's nice. Just make sure that your hand looks appealing, and like I said, y'all TR Merson's talk about the hand of animation, it should be in the Blender official channel. I'm gonna show it to you later. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions, by the way, in the chat, for those who are here watching live, and for those who don't, feel free to ask in the comments below. So let me just, so you can use your own self to like use yourself to do the poses. And once you're done with the other one, you can select all of the bones here on the left hand. So I'm selecting the hand bone. Also gonna select the fingers. So I've selected everything, including the shoulder, and then I'm gonna Control C. So it should say that copied pose to buffer, and then press Control Shift V, and that should mirror the pose, like so. So that you don't have to, pose it around more. But you can also add a bit of a asymmetric thing to it, so that they don't, they're not equally, because we're humans, and our poses don't really look, symmetrical. Even if we're trying to do like a T pose, there will always be like an imperfection to it. So we can like move the torso like this. So let's turn off the face for now. Even like pose the head like that, and then just move the feet like maybe like that. And just, you know, just post it around, fix it if you want to. And there we made Gregor do this kind of a pose. You can also open this actually. Like slightly open this finger right here. And that we just broke Gregor's fingers. So yeah, you can end up doing some funny things while posing. Like, I mean, you can just, you know, look at some CG memes. You'll see how, you know, stupid things can go, and like posing around a CG character. But yeah, Mbuddy, hopefully this helped you in your problem with the fingers. Yeah, there we go. We've posed Gregor. Kind of like an arrogant pose for Gregor here. And if the clothes doesn't look great for you, the clothes have a bunch of like control bones here that you can adjust it. If you're just posing Gregor around, if you want the clothes to look nice, you can, you know, post it around if you want. Or you can use the cloth physics. But we're not going to do that now, because cloth physics is just a complicated thing which I'm not going to tackle right now. The main focus is to pose around Gregor here. So, to answer Carly the Car's question, I think Gregor can do that. Gregor can kick himself in the face. He can even stretch his leg like Mr. Fantastic. But yeah, I just made him kick his face here. But that's gonna look really weird. So let's bring that back to the normal position. So yeah. That's how you pose Gregor around. And also the rig comes with some pose libraries. So yeah, we can even add this pose right here by pressing this plus button. Gonna add this add new, and then arrogant or arm whatever. And then I can apply this other pose here by selecting this pose and then pressing this like magnifying glass button here, and that should apply like the pose. And it only applies to the selected bones. So let's make sure we select everything, including the face, so that the face will also deform like that. So as you can see, this is like Gregor's pose. And like he's weary or something. So let's go back to arm whatever. And maybe pose his face here as well. Just so you see how to do it. And also I can show you some like pose libraries here, which won't some of the poses here, like the default poses, like there are pose libraries for the face. We have to append that, so I'm gonna go file, append, and we should still be in the Gregor Final version 2 blend file. We need to go to action, and I'm gonna append the Gregor eyes and brows and Gregor phoneme template, and that should give us the we have to make sure that we turn on fake user for all of this actions, so that when we close Blender and then open it again, they'd still be here. Because if this is not turned on when we close Blender later and then turn it then open this file again, all of this actions, all the action that doesn't have the F on it will be gone. Or if it's not being used, it will be gone. So yeah, I also prepared like a Gregor eyes, brows. Actually, the only things here is rest which the rest, which should give him that rest pose for the face, and then the eyes closing for closed. Because this kind of like, if you're gonna manipulate this manually, it takes time, and since this is one of the things you will repeat doing, which I also end up repeating doing when like in animation, that this pose templates really help. Also for the phoneme templates, these are like default templates for the mouth. So if I press AI, his mouth area would immediately pose to like this phonemes, which is this is for when he's about to say like a sound or I. This is the phoneme, and then and then there's F or V. I can turn on texture, which will make this take so much time. I'm gonna turn on texture here in the viewport shading, the color. So this will do this if you have a computer that's not that powerful, because it takes so much time. I'm also gonna change this to madcap. So, and then he's saying L. And in animation, is actually, it looks robotic when you use these phonemes. So you have to add some stuff to make it kind of not symmetrical. So maybe move this lip like that when he's saying "oh." But when animating, it's best to do the mouth manually. The phoneme templates is just there to make like dialogue animation quicker for me. It's just part of my workflow. But yeah, these are some phoneme templates for Gregor, which you can use if you don't wanna have to do it. So that's a E, T, or C, or S. This is the phoneme I use. And if you want him to be happy saying it, you can raise this edge here, make him smile. So yeah, making his skin green like an alien. Yes, you can pretty much do anything in if you're in CG, do that. But for Carly the Car, I'm gonna do that. It's not really necessary to do it here. But yeah, now we have to do some shader compilation thanks to Carly the Car, because she wants to make Gregor's skin green. Which easy to do actually. Let's just go to the shading here. And this skin UDIMs here, this should be the base color. This is what's controlling the color of the skin. I'm just gonna add color here, RGB curves, put that in there, and I'm gonna go to the green here. Just raise this up the curve here, and that should make him green. So the card, does that make you happy? Now Gregor looks like Shrek. We don't want that. just for the benefit of Carly the Car. So yeah, this is Gregor. I think that's all that I need to share for Gregor. So I'm gonna select the bone again and turn on all of the bones here. I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna save this pose I'm gonna replace existing arm whatever. And hopefully that helped you, Mbuddy, on your problems in posing Gregor. But yeah, if you want to study the character and stuff, if you want to learn Blender, you can download this character on my KoFi shop. And do consider supporting me in KoFi as well by pressing this support button and supporting me and buying me some golden doodle fuels. Or it's originally coffee, but since we can customize stuff, I called mine golden doodle fuel, which will be explained soon. So yeah, you can download the characters. Next we're gonna be posting boots. So we're just gonna hide Gregor here by unchecking him. Oh yeah, one more thing. When if you hit render, it should automatically show this Gregor hair and eyebrows. These are just proxies right now. His hair won't look like this. It originally looks like this, not bald, but like this. looks like this. You can turn on and on it on the viewport like this. Just make sure that the proxy is disabled in render. But yeah, I only turn on proxy so that I can animate him, you know, without lagging. Because proxies are very important. And since I modeled Gregor fairly low poly, Gregor is a fairly low poly character. I can animate him in real time, even when stuff are turned on. So yeah, another thing about the body is Gregor's body looks weird because I need to like scale down the body inside the shirt so that it doesn't clip outside of the shirt. Because if I unhide this, as you can see, this happens, this like clipping here, and that doesn't help when you want to do some simulations. That's gonna make the simulation crazy, or you know, it's gonna look bad in the render. So yeah, you can select the object, the mesh object for Gregor's body here, and hide the body so that it doesn't clip through the clothes. So that's another option right here in the properties item, properties. If you select the Gregor body mesh object in object mode, this option will come out which enables you to hide or unhide the body, which just basically the body is being scaled here so that it doesn't clip through the clothes. So yeah, I think that's all for Gregor. Just, you know, feel free to ask in the chat if there's other things you wanna know. Yeah, let's proceed to the next one, which will be boots. So Shift S cursor to world origin to just put the cursor here. I'm pretty sure the cursor doesn't have an effect where the model is placed. Let's actually test that right now. So the cursor, I'm gonna put the cursor here. Let's see if I append boots, if it's gonna put boots here. So I'm gonna file, append, and I'm gonna go to the boots character folder, boots base version 2. Open this, and the same with Gregor. You go to collection and open boots version 2.0, the collection, and that should append boots into our scene here. And Boots' rig is actually easier to handle than Gregor because Boots doesn't have a clothes rig. Because I don't need to deform too much for the Boots character. So I'm just gonna uncheck hide here. All of this hide collection here just hides all of the unnecessary stuff. So yeah, we have Boots here. And for Boots, it's pretty much the same. We also need to append the text file for Boots here. I'm gonna go to text and Gregor rig UI. Go to scripting again and open Boots rig UI, and then press this play button to execute it, and that should bring this rig layers back for this should, you know, enable the rig layers for the Boots model as well. So here's Boots. It should have the same options when you go to item, and right here there's options to like enable high res, and that should turn on all of the modifiers that would make Boots' model, you know, high res like this. As you can see, it's not high res. It's got this jagged up edges here, and if I turn it to high res, it will show. It will smoothen those jagged edges. So let's go to not high res for now. And yeah, for Boots, I'm not gonna pose her around. It's like Gregor's basically just moving some bones to pose her and stuff. I also saved some poses, some template poses for Boots, which we'll append right now. So I'm gonna file, append, go to action right here in the Boots. So that should be in the Boots final version 2 blend file. Make sure that when you press append, you navigate to that folder and open the blend file there. I'm gonna go to action. I'm gonna go append, B browse, BP frown. These are for the phoneme templates, and the B poses. B stands for Boots. So, okay, to answer Mbuddy's question in posing the character like they're falling, I'm gonna show it to you right now. So I'm just gonna make all of this a fake user. So we are gonna pose Boots as if she's falling, like falling from the laundry room. So in posing a character like they're falling, it's best to use not the IK bones but the FK bones. But before that, what we need to do is select the hand bone here, go to rig main properties, and we're gonna set this IK underscore FK to 1. That will make the bone to be that will enable that will make FK bones to be used instead of the right now. If we remove the IK bones, it doesn't do anything because we set this to 1. This arm now use the FK bones, and the FK bones is actually the best. The FK bones are the best, the best bones, the best the best bones to use when posing a character falling, or every time the character is not on the ground or not resting their hand on a table or something. It's best to use FK. So I'm gonna do that for everyone here. I'm gonna set IK FK to 1, which will set the bone to to FK. Also for the legs here, 1, and set that to 1. And now we can turn off the IK bone controllers in the viewport and just show FK, which are these guys. So what makes this easier is all of that is parented to this this bone right here, the torso bone. So if FK is enabled, as you saw lately, if we move this, the hands and the feet will be left on their place. But since we set it to FK, we can move all of Boots here, and now we can do poses like her falling. So I'm gonna start by moving around the torso here, rotating it like this. I'm in right orthographic view, pressing numpad 3. Should show in the screencast right here. And then I'm just gonna pose her around as if she's falling. So like that, and just we can even make her fly or something. So RXX to rotate it on this rotation. RXX is usually the natural rotation of the bone, depending on how the bone is oriented when rigging. But by default, I think it's X. I don't have any experience in Maya, and I probably never will, because I will forever use Blender. It's already enabling me to do awesome stuff. So we're just gonna post this around here. And Boots is flying, but we want her to be in a falling pose. Go we. So go we. We can turn on Gizmo. Sometimes Gizmo is nice to use. Make this local. I really don't like using gizmos because I don't know, it's not really showing the correct way of stuff. I'm probably just not setting it right. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want to use gizmo because it's inaccurate. So I'm just gonna do that. It's easier to do the RXX RYY rotation, but I think also the bones are not properly oriented. That's the thing about using Rigify as well. But just rotate things, do it by eye. And yeah, I gotta admit, these rigs aren't perfect. There are some issues you might see when using it. So yeah, we're just gonna pose Boots here as if she's falling. So to make things easier, I'm gonna select all of this, RXX to rotate all of that, and then I'm gonna Alt G because it's gonna move it slightly when rotating.
So, Mbuddy, let me finish posting boots first, and we'll tackle that. The simulations. That may be a pain in the butt for any of you who are not that, not that versed with Blender yet. But maybe we can do a quick simulation here. I'm afraid to do it while streaming because that might ruin the stream. But we're gonna try doing it anyway. So Boots is falling here. I'm gonna use the face templates here to make her happy. So I'm just gonna select the B underscore P happy, make her have that happy or maybe a happy smile. Yeah, that's kind of creepy. I also need to go to eyes, make this happy, and there we go. So yeah, calling the car. Or maybe you can try it someday when you do have a PC. Yeah, right now you really do need a PC to use Blender, and yeah, it's a very powerful program. It's free, and you can download it from blender.org. So yeah, Boots is kind of falling here. Maybe we have to make her look down for this, because she's falling. So I've binded this to Q. By default, this is not happening. If you press Q, something else will come out. But since I bind Q to this to show overlays, it is happening. But yeah, if you want to turn on and off overlays, just click this. Just so you can see your character. But yeah, I did this so that it's easy to animate. So because I want to move this, like for example, I want to move the eyes and all these other bones is obstructing the view. I can just select the bone, press Q, and then move it around to like see how it really works. So yeah, we're gonna try and do some simulations here. So I'm gonna select first I'm gonna select the armature bone in object mode. So there's post mode here and then object mode. I'm gonna go to item, and I have to turn on when simulating. Actually, before that, let's set up a force field. And what a force field is, it's like effects like winds and other things that you can put on your scene. And we're gonna put a wind here, maybe right here. So I'm gonna select this to position the 3D cursor, because whatever you add in your viewport, it will be placed right on the cursor. So we're gonna add some wind. So we're gonna do Shift A. I'm gonna add a force field, and I'm gonna add a wind. And usually we need to set the wind to a very high value to have an effect in our character, but yeah, this part is more trial and error depending on your model. But for Boots here, I'm gonna try a strength. So I selected the wind, and so went to the physics properties here, which won't come out on other objects, I think. I need to set this back to select box. So yeah, there's no there's still physics settings on other objects. Anyways, yeah, there's still physics. Anyways, let's keep going. Select the wind object and go to physics properties here, and we need to do something with the wind. I'm gonna first set this to maybe about 100. Let's see how this will look. So I'm just gonna turn on cloth sim and turn on cloth sim set, and make sure that we're in frame 1. So we select cloth sim here. Select the armature. I'm gonna turn on cloth sim. I'm gonna go to the clothes. Now the cloth sim is turned on, and we're gonna go to physics properties here. And yeah, by just doing that, you can actually already see that the clothes has a physics simulation, but it's not behaving the way we want, and it's only until frame 20. To change that, you need to go select the shirt, go to physics properties again, and we need to go to cache right here, and then set the end here. Simulation start is 1, and we can set it to 40 just to add more. I don't want to add too much because it might ruin the stream. So yeah, we're gonna try and simulate these clouds as if it's reacting to the wind, and actually right off the bat you can already see that it is reacting to the wind. So I'm just gonna, it's reacting to the wind here, but I don't think it's reacting enough. I might need to add some turbulence, but let's just experiment here. Set the strength to 100. I'm gonna set this higher, maybe 1000. Usually the wind needs to be set in a higher values just to see an effect in the clouds. Right now it doesn't show that much of an effect. Actually, this is also one of my problems when simulating. I will need to go, yeah, it is in no sync. So let's set the wind higher. Let's see if it changes anything. 5000. So yeah, one of the safest way to do this actually is go to physics property, go back to cache, and we'll bake this. This should quickly bake because I did not set boots to a higher quality. If I set the boots to a higher quality, this will take so much time. So as you can see, it's just stuck like that. When it takes effect in a wind, it settles like this, which is really annoying. This is something I'm still figuring out. One of the things I do to make that like flapping effect on the clouds, it's flapping on the wind like a flag. I'm gonna put the 3D cursor here right next to the clouds, and I'm gonna add force field. I'm gonna add a turbulence, and usually this does the trick. I'm gonna set the strength to 100. Let's go back to select box mode here, and let's try and simulate that. Let's see what I'm gonna bake that, because baking just makes it quicker, I think. So I'm still doing this in a low res version of the boots model So yeah, as you can see, I like misclick right click because I'm used to selecting right click. So yeah, there's not much of a flapping thing happening here. So yeah, that's basically it though. That's how you add physics to it. Do some cloth simulation. For boots here, let's try do the high res one. I'm gonna add the high res. And there's this might affect the physics simulation, but right now we're gonna try to bake that and see. This baking will take some time, I think. Well, not that much, because compared to Gregor, the boots shirt is lighter. But that part on the shoulder, oh, it actually corrects itself, which is nice. But yes, you can see there's not much of a there's nothing much happening here. I'm gonna try setting the turbulence to a even higher number. Maybe 5000 as well. Let's see how that affects the clothes. Yeah, that's basically how you set up this thing, like the physics and stuff. I'm still figuring out the physics actually in the character, so that's why I'm kind of reluctant showing it this part right now. So yeah, this is gonna be the last try I'm gonna do. So yeah, really still figuring out how to do this thing. But yeah, that's how you deal with the physics thing. And I'm gonna be sharing more about that in a future video. But for now, let's focus on using the characters. Yeah, this is Boots falling, and hopefully Mbuddy that that answers your questions. So I'm just gonna Alt R Alt G this, and that's how you deform, or that's how you pose Boots in Blender, the Boots character. Now let's proceed to the final one, which is the crawler. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna hide Boots here. I'm gonna delete all of this, and I'm gonna append our final character here, Here, you can also download it in my KoFi shop, crawler base version 2. And yeah, let's append that crawler character. So yeah, I usually use append on these things, and you should be greeted. Should be the same. The crawler model should be, should be in its default pose. So I'm just gonna actually, before doing that, let me open the crawler base version 2 blend file here. So let's open that. So by default, this is what you see for the crawler. It's got some pose libraries here where he can stand up. This is the default standing up position for the cockroach. And there's the default roach sitting. This is how I pose the roach sitting. And there are a bunch here. This crawler sit to stand walk cycle. These are not poses. These are actually animation templates. We have I also set up some phoneme templates for the roach here for when they talk. I also, yeah, just that. So in order to like access like the animation templates, you can, you can Mbuddy. I'm probably not gonna be posting anymore because we have 1 hour already. Posting a character, it's just actually just moving some bones to the right position, and that takes practice. So just download the characters, practice, and yeah, I'm willing to answer your questions through the Discord server. So yeah, just go to Help Island if you need help about anything. The Help Island category, and yeah, ask there. Feel free to ask there. What do you want? But yeah, we're just gonna finish this up by showing to you how you can access like the animation templates for the crawler here. So the crawler has animation templates, and I went to the animation workspace here, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. But the one way to do it actually is just go to Action Editor and just open the action right here. Let's go for the crawler walk cycle, and that should, once you press that, it should immediately show you the animation. Just press space, and you can see that this is a loopable animation, and you have to move the root to like simulate, motion. I usually just move the root to like make the roach walk. There's also like animation templates for crawler sit to stand. This is when they like switch from sitting to standing. So yeah, those are the template poses for, or animations for the crawler. You can disable, you can get rid of it by pressing X. Just Alt R Alt G. That should disable the animation. But for now, that's all I think that I need to show. If you do have any questions or things you want to clarify, or if you want to ask some help, just join the World to Awesomeness Discord server right here. So yeah, this is where I usually make constant updates, and how you can talk to me in real time or something. So yeah, just join the server. Let me just add the invite. There should be an invite. There should be a link in the description. But if not, I guess I'm gonna create an invite link here. Let me just change this to put this on a different screen here. And I'm gonna just create an invite link for you guys here. So I'm gonna paste it on the chats. So yeah, just join the Discord server if you have any other questions, or you want to ask for help. Just join there. But yeah, that's how I already showed you how you can use all of the characters that I've made available to download for free through my KoFi shop right here. So yeah, just download them. They're free. And if you want to help me with this endeavor of mine, just go and press the support button right on top, and follow my Ko-fi page if you want, so you can get updates of what I'm doing. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. And Mbuddy, don't joke around. You're like the #1 member of the World to Awesomeness Discord server, and also one of the top Ko-fi givers. So thank you so much for that. So yeah, download the files, and if you like what you're seeing, if you like me to do more stuff, support me through Ko-fi. And yeah, that's all. One golden doodle fuel is worth $1. So yeah, just one will give you VIP access for for the World to Awesomeness. So I give VIP exclusive updates, sneak peek to some updates, which I'll show here. I don't mind showing here, but you won't see the others if you're not VIP, and you can be a VIP if you support me in Ko-fi. Even if you just give me one golden doodle fuel, that will already give you access to the VIP channels here. We can chat in the VIP lounge and see VIP updates and sneak peek to the current progress of the animation. You can go to Help Island. This is for everyone if you even need help about Blender and other things concerning my videos. And there's the TUP Islands. We can talk about TUP and discussion TUP and make updates on TUP right here. And TUP means Underland Project, the Underland Project, and other stuff. We can discuss. You can use the discussion general for anything. You wanna chat, fan arts for any kinds of art that you want to share. So, yeah, I think that's all I need to share. Also, tomorrow I'll be live streaming all of the videos regarding the Underland project. If you're interested about that, I'm gonna be streaming it, and then I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be answering some questions if there are any questions. But yeah, we're going to show you the cringiest, oldest video regarding the Underland project from the very beginning, like that very start, from the very first video that I made regarding the project. We're gonna watch that together tomorrow. 1 hour worth of videos regarding the Underland project, and by the end I will show to you the short film, a work in progress, like how it looks right now so far. Not yet the final one, of course, but we're gonna be live streaming tomorrow. But yeah, that's all for this stream. I've shown to you everything there is that I can show regarding the character assets, and yeah, I think that's all that I need to tell you. Once again, I want to thank my Ko-fi givers. There's Magnolia Weathershield, my one-time givers, Erick Madrigal, Elizabeth Munie, Tristan Wintle. The ones that are golden gave me a lot of golden doodle fuel, so thank you so much, Tristan Wintle. GulliermoGage gifted me a 1-year Ko-fi gold, so thank you so much for that, GulliermoGage. Also, of course, Mbuddy, thank you. And yeah, just really thank you. Yeah, if you want to support me, just go to ko-fi.com/DoodleNoseProductions. Follow DoodleNose Productions in everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Everything that I do is in DoodleNose Productions. And also the Doodle Boat here on YouTube. And yeah, I don't think I need to say anything else. I think that's all. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, I need to do more progress on the Underland project, actually. So yeah, bye.